Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is Chandu Prashant. So in this video, I am going to show you how to get VLSI internships and which skills are important for getting internship and what companies expect from the students and what are the top VLSI opportunities, VLSI internship opportunities available in India. So I will going to discuss all these things. So watch the video completely because this roadmap can save you a lot of time and confusion in our VLSI journey. So let's start with first part, why VLSI internships are very important. So in the software field, many students directly apply for the jobs after learning programs or development skills. Some companies may still hire them even if they don't have internship experience. For the VLSI industry, the situation is completely different. Here the internships are not just an extra achievement for your resume, they are almost act like an entry ticket. So see here, internships are always your golden entry ticket. Okay, so golden entry ticket into the semiconductor industry. That is why the internships are very important. Semiconductor industries don't look for theory knowledge, so they look for the practical exposure. The companies expect the students to know at least some basics like RTL Design, so and Verilog coding. Okay, simulation, timing concepts, FPGA, flow, field programmable gate array, okay, FPGA means, and basic chip design methodology, okay, and VLSI design for like some basic concepts. Even if you are very strong in the theory subjects, companies still expect implementation knowledge. They want to know whether you can actually design, simulate, debug, and understand hardware flow practically. This is why internships becomes very valuable nowadays. So another important point, VLSI industry is growing very rapidly in India across the world. So for example, AI chips, okay, are growing rapidly because of artificial intelligence applications, and 5G, okay, 5G technology requires high-speed communication hardware, automotive electronics, data centers need powerful processors and servers, and high-performance processors, okay. So also used everywhere from laptops to cloud computing, edge computing. So devices require efficient semiconductor hardware. And in India also the semiconductor ecosystem is growing because of initiatives like India Semiconductor Mission. Okay. So but overall opportunities in VLSI are increasing every year. But at the same time competition is also increasing. Today many students are learning VLSI, joining online courses and paying lakhs and lakhs of fees and applying for internships. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, you need a correct roadmap. Okay, because a good internship so will always help you to gain practical knowledge, build real-time projects, improve your resume, understand industry tools, and finally increases chances of your getting placed in semiconductor companies. Okay, so what's the video till the end? And next one, so build the strong fundamentals. Okay, so many students directly jump into the advanced tools, AI-based chip design, complex processor design, and all these things. But honestly speaking, so without strong basics, it becomes very difficult to survive in the VLSI industry and see if you got a job or internship also. That's why fundamentals are foundation of everything. Okay, so if you want to enter into VLSI, you must clearly understand the core concepts like these digital electronics, multiplexers, decoders, etc. So these are all some of the topics in digital electronics, and you should also be familiar with the timing concepts like setup time, violation, hold violation, what is setup time, what is hold time, clock skew, all these things, propagation delay, etc. So even a small, why? Because even a small timing violation can make a chip fail. That is why timing concepts are considered as one of the most important topics in VLSI industry. So along with the digital electronics, you should also familiar with Verilog HDL. Okay, so without Verilog knowledge, with entering VLSI is very difficult. So there are different modeling styles in VLSI. The first one is, if you can see here, is behavioral modeling. Okay, and the second one is structural modeling, and we have another models like gate level modeling, data flow modeling, etc. You should also know how to write the test benches for a design code. We should know, we should familiar with what are case statements and what are always what are blocking and non-blocking assignments. All these concepts you should know. Okay, so don't try to build advanced projects immediately. Okay, don't do that initially. Okay, so build small projects. Okay, like 4-bit adder. Okay, multiplexer, ALU, traffic light controller, UART, like that. Small projects. So why I am telling means, so if you can build small projects, it can build your confidence. Confidence starts increasing. And remember, small projects build confidence, and that confidence build your career growth. Okay, so before fetching internships, first make your fundamentals like digital electronics and Verilog skills are very strong. And next one is learn EDA tools. Okay, so now we are moving to the next important step, that is learning EDA tools. So many students make one common mistake. They can just watch the tutorials and they have theory knowledge, but in reality they don't have this practical exposure, tool exposure. Okay, so you know, need to become expert in all these tools listed here. So even basic exposure will give a strong advantage over others. So all these are some of the tools I have listed. All these are licensed tools. Patterns, Virtuoso, Synopsys, VCS, Silence, Vivado, Quarters, Prime, Model, Sim, GTK, Wave, etc. These are all widely used in real VLSI workflows. But nowadays many students say, sir, I don't have expensive licensed tools. What should I do? My college won't have, so I don't able to access those tools, all these tools. What should I do? Even that's okay. So still it's okay, and you can still start your journey using platforms like EDA Playground. It is an open source platform. Just type in Google, type edaplayground.com. You can get that, and you can simulate your and you will design and see the waveform. And Vivado Student Edition is also available nowadays. You can directly download the links Vivado from the AMD website. And a number of open source simulators are available. RTL Design to GDS5. For this, especially I have made one video. That video link description also that video link also I will going to provide in the video description from that you can access. And at this stage, your main goal is not mastering tools. Your goal is understanding the tool flow. Okay, you should mainly focus on the how to write the RTL in the tool, how to simulate the tool, and how to generate the waveforms from the tool, and how to debug the errors in the tools. Okay, because in interviews, companies love candidates who can clearly explain the practical flow, not just theory. Next one, build projects that recruiters notice. Projects are actually proof of your skills. Many students just write interested in VLSI in their resume, but companies don't care about that. They wanted to see what you have actually built. Okay, so always starts with the small projects that I have already discussed. 8-bit ALU, UART, SPA protocol, traffic light controller, FSM based projects, CRT generator, FIFO memory, etc. So once you become comfortable, then slowly move to slightly advanced projects like APB protocol implementation, AHP protocol, and router architecture test bench, and even from EVM, start learning EVM basics also. Okay, don't do all these things at a time. You should confuse. Okay, so build step by step. Okay, first build small projects, then slightly move to advanced, and then slightly advanced projects, like that stuff. But make sure that whatever project you have to do, make sure you should understand every line of it. And the more important thing, upload everything on the GitHub. Okay, so just don't copy your projects from YouTube or from GitHub. So in interviews they will ask you, explain your project. If you don't understand it properly, it becomes very easy for them to catch you. Okay, remember. So you should understand every line of it. Okay. So and one more important thing is you have to, whatever work that you have done, you have to upload your projects in GitHub. Okay, this is extremely important. Your GitHub should clearly show your work, include your source code, README file, block diagrams, simulation, timing diagrams, and even tool screenshots also in our GitHub. Okay, so and also make your GitHub look clean and professional. When a recruiter visits your profile, they should immediately understand your skills without even talking to you. Okay, so Because in reality, your portfolio should speak before you speak. It's very important. Okay, so remember this simple formula: strong projects, deep understanding, a professional GitHub profile. So this combination can really help you to land in a very good VLSI internship. Okay, and next one is what are the top? This is the most important point. Now comes the most exciting part: top VLSI internships in India. So let's first talk about government and research internships. So we have an first one. We have an ISRO internship. Okay, we have an ISRO internship. The application timeline is around February to April every year, and the stipend is mostly unpaid, and duration is 4 to 8 weeks. You can just see their website. You can get it. Okay, so even third year, second sem students are eligible. Okay, final year students are eligible for the internship. Even the duration is very small, so having ISRO on your resume is a very added advantage. Next one, DRDO internship. Okay, just regularly follow these websites. DRDO internship. So January to March timeline. So BTech and MTech students can apply third year and final year. And before applying the DRDO internship, you should have a good CGPA, and you should have to get the NVIDIA certificate from your college principal. Then only they can allow you to do the internship in DRDO. Okay, so it is also one of the very good internship. And third one is BARC Internship. So the timeline is application generally releases between January to April. So you will get exposure to areas like nuclear electronics, control systems, instrumentation, VLS applications, etc. Okay, it is also one of the very good internship, government internship. And next one is IIT is also introducing internship programs nowadays, like summer internship programs. So for example, IIT Bombay research internship, IIT Bombay research internship. So actually stipend depends upon the projects. Okay, IIT Madras summer internship. So you will get it is around 8 weeks. You will get 6,000 rupees, say 6,000 for every month. And IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, okay, IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur. So and based upon the project, so all these are 4 to 8 weeks duration. And they will get a stipend also based upon depends upon the project, depends upon the so principal investigator. So we'll get that stipend amount. Even IIT Hyderabad is also providing some internship programs. IIT Bangalore is also providing. So like NIT Trichy is also providing internships for second year, third year, early year students. Okay. So this especially IIT Madras summer research internship and IIT Kharagpur summer internships are very popular. Okay, try to apply, try to regularly visit these websites so get a idea how to apply and all these things. IIT Bangalore is also opening applications. Okay, this is also one of the highly benefit internship. And so let's talk about something very important and top company internships. Okay, so Synopsys is also providing. Okay, Synopsys offers roles like design verification, physical design, DFT. Once if you can get an internship in these companies, so after 8 to 9 months, you will be converted to full-time employee. So based upon your performance in the internship. And NVIDIA. Okay, so NVIDIA internships are highly competitive. They mainly focus on VLSI verification and architecture and Texas Instruments. So these are very well respected in the industry. You can get roles in analog design, embedded digital electronics. Micron. So Micron is especially a memory-based company. So where you can get the internships in circuit design, memory systems, and verification domain. And finally, Qualcomm. So you can get the roles like embedded system, RF signal processing, VLSI design. So Qualcomm internships can become full-time opportunities if the performance is strong. Okay. So overall, whether it is government labs, IITs, or IIScs, or top VLSI companies like this, there are plenty of VLSI internship opportunities available in India. You just need right skills and preparation to grab them. That's it. Okay. So and the next most important thing is strategy. Okay. So because having skills is not enough, you should also know where to apply and how to apply. Okay. So first to use the right platforms. Okay, don't depend upon just one source. Use LinkedIn. Okay, so use LinkedIn. Okay, use Internshala. Use company career pages, and their website is that I have shown. Follow these websites regularly, and many opportunities are posted there directly. So follow their career pages regularly. Okay. So next, search smartly using the right keywords in LinkedIn. So just don't just type internship. So instead of the type these keywords, RTL intern, FPGA intern, ASIC intern, verification intern, physical design intern. Okay. So this will give you a better and relevant results in LinkedIn. Okay. They don't just type LinkedIn, I am interested like that. So now listen carefully. Don't depend upon the campus placements only. Many students just wait and do nothing at the last. That's a big mistake. So instead, you should actively try to create opportunities for yourself. It is very important. So one most powerful method is cold message and the recruiters. Okay, so messaging directly to the HRs of the company, but to do it professionally, guys. So keep your message very simple. Okay, just introduce yourself and clearly mention your skills and attach the resume or GitHub profile and project portfolio and all these things. Okay, so that but to keep your messages short and professional. So that works very much better. Okay, and the most important thing, network is a superpower. Okay, so if you and the most important thing, if you can connect, you can also connect with your seniors. The college seniors who are already working in semiconductor companies can guide you much better than anyone else. If you follow these steps properly, your chances of getting VLSI internships will increase in a lot. Okay, so first remove the misconception from your mind. So you don't need to be from IIT to enter into VLSI. You don't need expensive laptops. You don't need perfect English. What you really need is consistency, curiosity, practical learning, strong fundamentals, smart networking. Okay. So focus on these strong fundamentals and try to improve step by step. Okay. So smart working also plays very important role. Semiconductor industry does not expect perfection. It respects skills. If you keep on improving your skills, opportunities will definitely come to you guys. So start preparing early, build your projects, upload them, learn tools, connect with people, and apply consistently by referring their career pages. But because remember, today's internship can become tomorrow's dream job in VLSI. So and just think about this. Every chip inside your phone, okay, in laptop, in car, satellite, or even AI servers was once designed by an engineer who started exactly like you. So don't wait for the perfect moment. So start today. Start now only. Okay. So start now and get the internship. Okay. So once if you got an internship, just type a message. I got internship. Okay. So that so I feel very happy. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.